I grew veggies at the local park, and here's how it played out. It might help you to get started guerrilla gardening in your own park, or just starting to grow your own foods at home. Step 1 was to sniff out the perfect location. Here's what I was looking for. A minimum of 4 to 6 hours sunlight is preferably what you're after to start a garden, and I found it here. I was able to avoid the midday sun with this little shelter, or the afternoon sun, which tends to be the hottest part of the day. We've got easy access to water with a tap close by, and the location itself is readily accessible and it won't be forgotten about. This one's right next to this heavily frequented barbecue. Now, what are you going to need to get going? In this case, I use seedlings. They require less startup attention. I can pop them in and let them go. Got a little bit of mulch. There's some natural mulch here, but I brought some extra in from the chicken coop because it reduces water loss and heat stress in warmer months. Got some compost here from home, but you can buy it in bags from the local hardware if you need. And you'll also need a few hand tools like a small shovel, bucket, or a watering can. Step 2 was to be the random guy at the park planting lettuce, so I strolled on in with my bucket full of tools. Now here I considered planting. We got lettuce, so 30 centimeters apart would do the job. I added some compost, a small handful, worked through each hole. It was exactly what I needed. It'll feed as it breaks down, but it'll also hold a little bit of moisture in the soil as well. Added some water to the holes to make sure the plant stayed hydrated once it was in, and added a little bit of extra water once I'd planted the plants. Great news, after a week I'd noticed the sign had been resurrected after falling over, and 3 lettuces. After 2 weeks, disaster struck. Our lettuces were gone. Some local kids had tossed a sign into the bushes, but don't worry, I found a brand new location with perfect sunlight conditions, mulch, irrigation set up for me, and loads of space should I decide to start this again. Or maybe I'll come back with the tomatoes.